Welcome to this special episode of the Smart Leader Sell podcast. I am Jessica Lorimer, sales coach and leadership expert, and I'm very excited because this week it is currently day 2 of the Sales in for Summer challenge. So yesterday, obviously I'm recording this well in advance, so yesterday I'm assuming was amazing, okay? And generally what happens during these challenges is that everyone works really hard to support each other, everyone gets really involved and on board. And I'm super excited to be running another amazing challenge for you to help you skyrocket your sales this summer and make the most of whatever time you actually do have to actively sell, to actively engage and build your community over the summer, the dreaded summer holidays this year. So, quick recap. Day 1 was all about looking at your time. And in all honesty, I'm wondering whether some of you were quite surprised about the amount of time that you actually do have, and whether some of you are freaking out slightly about the time that you don't have and are starting to think, actually, I've got about 2 or 3 days left before chaos descends and I have to do holidays with in-laws, kids on school trips or summer trips and all that kind of stuff, and all the other family stuff, barbecues and cocktail drinking in between. So if you are freaking out about the very limited amount of time that you do have, please do not worry. This is what the rest of these episodes are for. They are designed to help you maximize that time and make the most of the summer so that you don't actually have to spend as much time live or selling live or interacting live as you think you do. And if you want a prime case, an example of this, I currently am recording this, I think 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks before this challenge actually begins. While you're listening to it, I am probably, let's face it, still going to be in bed because it is summer. So, on to day 2, and as I mentioned at the end of yesterday's podcast, one of the reasons that we are operating this challenge through the podcast this week is because we are very excited about ramping up our listens on iTunes this week. We are determined to get into the iTunes top 100. It is a very glamorous and exciting spot, and we would really like to be in the top 100 podcasts for business and marketing over the summertime. I will explain why when we come out of this challenge period, and I'll be sharing all of the ways that we've been trialing to get the podcast in the top 100, what's worked. So if you are a podcaster, I will be sharing and getting all the down and dirty info for you. So if you could help us out this week by listening to all the episodes and leaving a review or hitting that subscribe button, hitting that download button, sharing the podcast with your friends, peers, colleagues, brother, sister, mother, father, any related family person that's got iTunes that probably don't listen to it, that would be awesome. Actually, scrap that. We do actually want people to listen. Like, that would be good. Otherwise, I get very upset when I check Libsyn and I'm like, oh my God, 0. So that is one of the other things that we are doing this week. There will be a special roundup episode about it. But please, if you do get time, if you do get a spare 5 minutes and you want to leave a review and let us know how we're getting on, why you're a loyal poddy, why you listen to us, or why you listen to me on the regular, then that would be absolutely amazing and phenomenal and hugely appreciated. If you don't, that's cool too. Please participate in the challenge. Make as much money as you possibly can this summer. I am here to support you for the whole week and I'm very excited about doing so. So, day 2 challenge. What I want to know is, so in the Facebook group, what I want to know is, what is your summer business model? Okay, so I want to know, what is your summer business model? How are you going to make money this summer around the lifestyle that you actually want? Now, you might be thinking, Jess, I've got this. I already know what my summer business model is going to be. I'm going to be sat on a sun lounger or a lilo, drinking gin, drinking Prosecco, and kind of chilling out. And that might be the post that you put in the Facebook group alongside the hashtag sales in for summer, because points equals prizes. But if you're actually like, not really sure. I mean, should it be the same as it normally is? Or actually, I'm freaking out about the fact that I'm probably not going to make any money this summer because I have, screaming children or dogs, or in my case, boyfriend's doing a lot of DIY that is kind of going to ruin your summer plans. Listen on, my friend, because this episode is to help you devise a summer business model that's actually going to work for you, given the time frame that you have, help you generate the money that you want, and actually live the lifestyle that you're looking for. Because let's face it, nobody created a business so that they could have another job. It's kind of like the dirty word, isn't it, in entrepreneurship? job. Strikes a sense of fear into every entrepreneur's heart. But really, when I was working in the corporate world, my boss always used to say to me, I was very fortunate. I had some very, very wise bosses in the corporate world. And they always used to say to me, do you know what, Jess? You probably aren't going to make your financial target in August. And that's okay, because the work you do in August will set you up for a phenomenal September. And so I used to have a completely different business model in corporate during July and August, because all of my stakeholders, all of my clients were away. They were all on holiday. They were all taking time off. Decision makers weren't in. It became very, very difficult for me to actually close anything down or get any purchase order numbers or anything like that. So I used to spend the entirety of August operating with a completely different business model than I would the rest of the year. And the reason for that was that I knew that the work that I would do in August would set me up for September. And as a result, I became a top performer in the companies that I worked at, because my Septembers would be so phenomenal sales-wise that actually, the work that I'd done in the July and August would cover me for the whole Q4 of the year. So if you're somebody who is working with corporate clients and you're thinking everyone is away over the summer, yes, it's true. Everyone is. However, you too can create a different business model in the summer that is going to help you maximize your September, October, November, and December. So if you are panicking a little bit, don't worry. The key thing is that you know that you are ahead of time, that you can now create a plan that's going to work for you and that will set you up for success in Q4, which is really, really important. Okay. Now, when I came into the online space, people would often say to me, oh yeah, summer, yeah, it's just really dead and like nothing happens and blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, this is crazy. Like, I was going to come out with a phrase that one of my friends says then. I was just like, it is definitely too early morning for that phrase. So I'll probably hold off. But this is crazy. Entrepreneurs are the people who have built businesses or should have built businesses around their lives. Okay. And around the lifestyle that they want. So of course, if you have kids, you're probably not going to be working all summer. That doesn't mean I can't sell to you. That doesn't mean I can't sell you stuff. It just means that I might need to deliver it at a different time of year, okay? So again, when I came into the online space and I was looking at, okay, how does my business model actually work during the summer? What am I going to do? Where am I going to focus? I started looking at, who is my ideal client, okay? And what are they doing over the summer? Are they still on social media? Are they still on Facebook? Are they still opening my emails? If they are, great. If they have fallen completely off the grid, are completely incommunicado, a little bit different. But it's very, very unusual. I don't know about you, but over the summer, generally, we will go and spend time with our families. And day one with our families is lovely. Day one is everyone catches up. We all have wine. It's all very lovely and nice. And, you get the warm and fuzzies. Day two onwards is kind of like, I'm going to be scrolling the Facebook feed and I am, just going to have a casual look at my emails. And, it's really lovely to talk to you, but also I would like to talk to people, who understand what I would like to be doing this summer, which is no reflection on my family. So Mum, if you're listening to my podcast, it's not that I don't want to spend time with you. It is just that sometimes I get really, really good business ideas and I just have to write them down or have to email them to somebody who gets it, right? So when you look at your summer business model, I want you to do this exercise. And this really is going to set you up for success this summer. Because if you're anything like me, you probably haven't realized that actually it's okay to change the business model anytime you want, that you can change it for a defined period of time, and that actually having that change, having that shift is going to help you make money on your terms, which is what you signed up for when you created this business. So the first thing I want you to do is look at, what are my ideal clients doing this summer? So if your ideal clients is primarily made up of parents, then yes, you are going to find that there are certain times this summer where they will be away. They'll be doing the Center Parks thing, living the Disneyland dream, off on holiday somewhere. But equally, there are going to be times where grandpa and grandma have been, roped in to looking after the children and giving mum and dad, some sanity. for a week or two if you have really, really nice in-laws. So you are going to find that your audience does have some time over the summer where they will be active on social media, where they will be checking their emails, they'll be reading personal development books or work-related books. So they're not going to be gone the whole summer. Equally, if you work with people in corporate, again, they're probably going to be away quite a lot this summer. But does it mean that they'll never be in the office? No, of course. Eventually, they do have to come back. People who are working in corporate generally only get like 30 days, 35 days holiday a year. So actually, unless they're taking their entire holiday allowance in the summer, which generally is frowned upon, they are going to be in the office, albeit slightly grumpy and sun drunk, hopefully, at some point over the summer. Okay, so really think about, what are my ideal clients actually doing this summer? The second thing I want you to think about is, what do I want to sell this summer? Okay, now summer business models are interesting things. Generally, when we talk about business models, we're looking at, are we selling group programs? Are we selling masterminds? Are we selling recurring revenue? What are we doing with that? What I want you to look at is, with your summer business model, is, what are you actually looking to sell? And what do you actually already have to deliver? Because that will impact this. So for example, if you've got a bunch of clients who are finishing up at the end of July and they're working with you one-to-one, you might upsell them into a snazzy group program where they get, a pre-orientation call in August, and then the group program itself is actually delivered in September. And that's when the weekly Q&As are. And that might be your upsell, and that might give you your entire August revenue in like 24 hours of selling it. Okay. So I want you to really think about, what is my summer holiday business model? What does that look like? Where is my ideal client? What are they doing? What do I actually want to sell to them? And then think about the smart thing, okay? What or when am I going to deliver the offer? Okay? So for me, let's walk through my business here. I know that my clients, my ideal clients, primarily are either parents or they are working in seasonal industries. And for some of my clients who are working in things like health and wellness, their summer is super, super quiet because they actually had a really, really busy Q1 and Q2 because everyone was trying to get the bikini body they wanted. So Q3 in the summer, they're like, yeah, actually, I'm not working with that many clients. And so their client time has disappeared, and they do have time to focus on, right, okay, do I want to set up a new sales strategy? Do I want to focus some time on business development so I can come back in September and have a ton of clients? Okay. Equally, my ideal clients who are parents who are working in seasonal industries that take up a lot of time during the summer, Airbnb, hospitality, that kind of stuff, actually for them, they have no bandwidth at all for sales. They have no implementation time because it's one of their busiest times of the year. So actually selling them something and trying to fulfill it over the summer in one of their busiest times does not work. It just doesn't work for them. It makes no sense. And actually it's really difficult because it penalizes them. If I sell things over the summer, I get an awful lot of emails from people who say, I would love to do it, but I just don't have the bandwidth to do it in July or August because insert reason here. So really think about that. What is your ideal client doing? Do they have time for implementation at the moment? Do they have time for, sitting back and taking the time that they'd normally have with clients out and, time to spend on strategy or doing something a little bit different? Have your client hours increased or have they actually decreased? What time do you have to fulfill things or create new offers or create content? So think about that as your summer business model. So when we are talking about this business model, it is the bit where you're going to make the money. Okay, so think about that. What's my ideal client doing? What do I want to sell them? And when am I going to deliver it? Okay, so when we look at my business, I know that, Sam is off or hopefully going to be off for the majority of August. We're hoping to do a European road trip. Woo woo. If you live anywhere in mainland Europe, let us know. If we're going past you on the way, I will hit you up for a coffee. But, we're hoping to go on a European road trip. And that means that for me, Wi-Fi is going to be scarce. And I knew that. I knew that back in, March, that we were probably going to be hoping to do this year. So my business model over the summer has been very much about decreasing client time. So I finished all of my group programs by the 14th of July, which was awesome. I have 2 one-to-one clients who finish up in the first week of August, which is fabulous. And then the rest of August, I have nothing. I am not going to any events. I am not speaking at any events. I am not booking any group programs. I don't have any one-to-one clients that I'm taking on that will start in August. Nothing. Because I know that for me, August is a time that I don't want to work. The only thing that I want to be doing is fulfilling in the dotties in my membership site, because those people are paying every single month. They're paying me to be there to show up. So the only things I will be doing in August are weekly Q&As and a monthly hot seat for my dotties, and being in there and making sure I'm answering their questions, helping them out and plan out their best summer sales strategies. That's it. And I can do that from anywhere. I can find Wi-Fi, working Wi-Fi at least once a week. So it's all going to be good. The other thing that I look at is, okay, so, I know that because the majority of my clients are either going to be decreasing their client time like I am, to go on holiday, to do their thing, to perhaps spend some time implementing strategies and then preparing for September. I know the exact kind of programs that are going to work to sell to my audience now. That means they get the best start in September. Some of those are going to be automated, so I'm not actually going to be sat there doing it, but it gives my clients the opportunity to do the work they need to catch up, to get themselves prepared in the best way. If that's an automated program and they do the work and they get the results, fantastic, absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so I look at what do I really want to sell and I plan that out. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about how you're going to use your content to sell that. Okay, so I don't want you to sit there and think, oh God, yeah, but this sounds like it's going to be a lot of work, Jess. What you're effectively saying is, find out what my audience can take and sell it to them, and I'm going to have this huge launch, and I'm going to have to be doing webinars every single week and all that kind of thing. You are not, okay? This is all about taking work off your plate. I don't want you to be spending time working during the summer that you don't have to, because I won't be. So think about, when are your current clients finishing up? When are your current working commitments finishing up? And what extra time does that give you, to be sat down and thinking about your own sales strategy, to be creating content, to be, doing the things that you want to do to help you move along in the sales journey? What do you want to sell to your clients? And, when are you going to be delivering that offer? Okay, so that's what we want you to do today, is go in the Facebook group and let me know, what is your summer business model? What are your ideal clients doing this summer? What are you going to be selling to them? And when are you going to be delivering the offer for the maximum impact to them, the maximum convenience to them, and also the best fit for your cash flow, so that you generate cash during July, August, and Q4 September. All right, that's all you need to do today, is head over into the group, record your answers, use the hashtag SalesInForSummer, because points equals prizes. I will be back tomorrow with another episode. Tomorrow is getting really, really exciting. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to start talking about how you can be selling this when you really are genuinely hanging out on a beach somewhere, chilling out, drinking martinis, doing all the things you love. How are you going to start selling to your audience, even when you're not actually there, even when you're not actually doing anything? All right, so we're going to make it super, super easy. It's going to be super quick for you to do. It will take you no longer than 15 minutes, which I firmly believe that everyone has in their day at every point. So please make sure that you tune back in tomorrow. Like I say, if you are enjoying the challenge so far, if you're enjoying the support that you're getting, if you're finding it useful, please make sure that you use the sign up page link in the show notes today and share that with your friends, with your peers, colleagues, or anyone that you think that this challenge would benefit. We want to get it into the earbuds and into the inboxes of every single person, that every overwhelmed parent, every busy business owner this summer, because it really is going to make a huge, huge difference to how your Q4 starts. Have an absolutely wonderful day, whatever you are doing. Enjoy the British, US, Canadian, mainland Europe, Asian, Australian. I should have said Australasian, shouldn't I? I was going there with continents, damn it. Whichever continent you're on, hopefully enjoy the sunshine. And I will see you in tomorrow's episode, where we will start talking about how you are going to sell this stuff with ease, with automation, even if you're not super techie, even if you don't think you can do it, you really, really can. See you tomorrow.